to another short yoga tutorial video. Today we're going to look at headstand progressions. So I'm going to teach you a little warm up and then we're going to look at some progressions and then eventually build into a supported headstand and a tripod headstand. So you don't need anything at all, just some space on the floor and a mat if you have one. And whenever you're ready, come and join me on your hands and knees in a kneeling position. We're going to start with a few body flows, down dog to cobra. So if you come to the front of your mat with your hands, spread your fingers, tuck your toes and press back up into down facing dog. And just take a moment as it's your first one to open up the shoulders, press through the hands, push the crown of the head towards the ground, pedal of the feet, whatever you need to do to get your body to relax and ease into this position. And then on your next inhale, we're going to roll through, planching through the shoulders and then drop the hips to the floor and look up towards the ceiling into cobra. Take a nice deep breath and as you exhale, tuck the toes and press back, leading with the tailbone all the way through, back into down facing dog. And we're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, roll forwards, planch, drop the hips, eye gaze up. Exhale, leading with the tailbone, press through the shoulders, up onto the toes and then back onto the heels. Inhale, roll forwards, planch, drop the hips, lead with the eye gaze up to the ceiling. Exhale, press back to down facing dog. Press the heels into the ground, just ease it out. And if you want, you can take a few moments in child's pose if you just want to pause the video and stop there. Or you can come and join me straight into Dolphin Pose, sorry. So come down onto your forearms from down facing dog and just ease open your hamstrings, but press into the ground with your elbows and your forearms so that you're pushing through your upper body to lift the body away from the floor, and then press the head through the arms, open up those shoulders, and then start to walk the feet in. Ease those heels down to the ground. Just take a moment to get used to being upside down, being in this inverted position. And then come to the knees and just relax in child's pose for a moment. Take one last deep breath. And then we'll move on to our final warm-up pose before we go into our progressions. So we're going to come up, back up into down facing dog, and we're just going to do some crunches. So tuck the toes, exhale as you press back into down facing dog. We're going to inhale as we lift our right leg up high to the sky, and then we're going to exhale as we bring our right leg and our head to our knee, crunching the knee forwards. Inhale to kick back, press through the hands, open up the shoulders, and then exhale, crunch, tuck everything up tight. Inhale, kick back for the last time. Exhale, crunch. And then inhale as you place the foot back down, pedal it out again, and we'll do the other side. So inhale, lift the left leg up high to the sky. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, kick. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, kick. Exhale, crunch. And then place the book down, pedal out the feet. And just take a moment or 2 in child's pose. Release the shoulders if you need to. You should be feeling a little bit warmer now. And you can feel free to do those warm-ups as much as you want. So if you need to do more, feel free. They're just opening up the shoulders, getting the body used to being in that upside down position and getting used to carrying the weight further forwards in the upper body. So the first thing with headstands is the most important thing is being able to tuck and roll out of the headstand. So I just want to demonstrate that quickly to you now before we start. So if you're going to be in a headstand, tripod or supported, you're going to need to know how to do that somersault roll to escape out of the headstand if you're going to fall safely without hurting your head. So the best thing and the most important thing is that you tuck your head under. So if you're in a supported headstand, you just need to be able to tuck and roll out of that headstand. If you're in a tripod headstand, again, just being able to tuck and roll out of that headstand is really important. So have a go at those for a few times. It will help your confidence as well. If you haven't done this before, if you have, then just remember, always tuck the head under with your headstand. So the next thing we're going to move on to is our supported headstand. So with a supported headstand, this is the safest one for your neck, and you should naturally tuck and roll if you were to fall out of it. You're going to interlace your fingers, but your pinky fingers, your little ones, are going to tuck inwards rather than letting them sit outwards. So when you plant your hands on the floor, so you're creating a tripod position with your hands in the front, elbows out to the side in that triangular base, little fingers are poking upwards towards you rather than tucking outwards there. This just protects them from kind of clicking back if you were to tuck and roll out of it, so make sure they're tucked under. These hands are going to go on the crown of your head, so 80% of your body weight should be through your hands and your forearms, so really think about pressing those elbows into the ground, and then 20% will be on the crown of the forehead, which should be in contact with the floor. So find that positioning with your hands, find that your elbows are shoulder width apart, line yourself up in that triangular base position on the mat, and we're not going to lift the legs yet, we're going to just simply tuck the toes and press up into kind of a dolphin pose with our head on the floor. Walk the feet in so that your hips are stacked above your bum, and then we're just going to play with tucking one leg up, squeezing it in, and then releasing and tucking the other leg up, squeezing it in and releasing, and then eventually you might want to tuck and lift the grounded foot off the floor just slightly so you can feel how that tuck can make the other leg weightless. Maybe just do 5 of these each side. I'm just going to demonstrate 3 for you, and then when you've had enough, gently come back to your knees and just rest in child's pose. So the key thing with that is to find control. This is not kicking up into a headstand, this is lifting with control using core strength. So these are all going to help you build those core strengths that you need. So from there, when you've found your confidence and you're gradually lifting that leg and holding it for longer and longer, you might want to start lifting both legs off the floor. So in that same supported setup, find your nice supported headstand setup, walk those feet in towards the hands, tuck one leg, tuck the other leg, and you can just hang out here if you want. Lift your knees slowly, bring them back down, play with that core strength, find your balance, find your base stability, and then when you're ready, you can slowly start to extend the legs, squeeze the inner thighs, squeeze the glutes, and point the toes up high so that you pull the legs back into a nice straight line. And then slowly, when you want to come back down, tuck and land with control. So that's the basics to getting a supported headstand. You could do this against a wall, you could set some pillows up, you can go free for all if you want, if you're brave enough. So it's all of confidence, you haven't got far to fall, remember that tuck and roll. With the tripod headstand, this is going to be useful for your handstand press up progressions. You are placing your hands shoulder width apart and the full crown of your head is going to be on the floor. Again, you can play with that tuck before you take both legs off the floor. So tucking one leg, tucking the other leg, maybe finding a little lift. Then you could even bring the knees up onto the elbows, find your sturdy base, come back down, and then from there, if you're comfortable, tuck back up, extend the legs, and then come all the way back down, find your knees, and then come back down to the floor with control. And that's it. So have a go, give those progressions a go. The drills are quite useful if you haven't got the strength and you're finding you're really wobbly. They will help you build a lot of that strength before you go up high. So have a go, and once you get there, feel free to give me a shout and I can help you with any more further progressions if you want to start to play with legs and different things like that. So yeah, good luck guys, let me know how you get on.